Alright, picture this. You're in a conversation, and suddenly, boom! Your brain just stops. You know the words, but they're stuck somewhere in your mind, refusing to come out. It's frustrating, right? You've studied English, watched videos, memorized vocabulary, but when the moment comes to speak, your brain is just buffering. Why does this happen? Simple. Your brain isn't trained to think in English. It's like trying to drive a car while constantly checking a manual. You hesitate, second-guess, and end up making things harder. But here's the thing, fluent speakers don't translate in their heads. Their brains are wired to think in English automatically. So how do you rewire your brain like that? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the way you consume English. Most people learn English the way they learn school subjects, by memorizing. But language isn't a subject, it's a habit. It's like learning to ride a bike. You don't sit down and study bikes, you hop on and start wobbling. So, here's the trick. Flood your brain with English. Whatever you do daily, do it in English. If you text a friend, try writing in simple English. If you think about what to eat, say it in English. I feel like having a sandwich. If you make a to-do list, write it in English. Little things like this train your brain without effort. Next, let's talk about how you speak. Most learners freeze up because they're scared of mistakes. But have you ever heard a toddler learning to speak? Do they wait until they're perfect? No. They just say whatever, mess up, and keep going. That's exactly what you need to do. Speak, even if it's messy. Here's a fun way to practice. Pick an object in your room and describe it out loud in English. It doesn't have to be fancy, just whatever comes to mind. Example, this is my phone. It's black. I use it every day to watch videos. Boom. You just thought in English. And here's a weird but powerful trick. Talk to yourself. Seriously, it works. Imagine explaining your day to an invisible friend. You'll feel silly at first, but trust me, this builds fluency fast because there's zero pressure. Now, let's talk about speed. You don't need to speak fast to sound fluent. You just need to keep going. If you forget a word, don't panic. Use hand gestures, describe it, or replace it with a simpler word. Stopping too much makes you nervous, but pushing through builds confidence. Finally, have fun with English. Watch funny videos, mimic accents, play word games. Fluency comes when English isn't a subject anymore, it's just part of your life. So, are you ready to train your brain? Stop overthinking, start speaking, and own your English.